Hi everyone, by the names of Yvette Ishimwe, and I'm very happy to present to you about a summary of what I've learned in the two videos. One called the new era of positive psychology, and another one called the secret. First, beginning from what I learned from the new era, or what I've heard from the new era of positive psychology. This was a science which was discovered, and according to this video, they have said that some good things came out after discovering this science, and also some shortcomings where they came out after discovering this psychology as a science. So something good which has been discovered. First, 14 disorders which are not curable are now treatable, which is something good to really celebrate about. Especially these disorders were about mentally illness, and these disorders are now curable after discovering psychology as a science. Second, it is a science of mental illness, as I have mentioned before, and with this there is taxonomy and reliable diagnosis which has been developed, also measuring some scientific concepts related still to the mental illness were also discovered, which is something good that came out after discovering psychology as a science. Also, psychology can make people less miserable, people who were miserable to be less miserable, and this is something good which was discovered after discovering this psychology as a science. It proven that some people who were miserable are now less miserable or not miserable at all, which is also something good. Something which was not good that came out after discovering this psychology as a science, people became more interested and more concerned about people who are miserable or people who are not happy, to help them get less miserable or get not miserable at all. But the happy people were ignored, and they should be also concerned about in order for them to be more happier. So that's also something not good which raised after discovering this psychology. People became, especially psychologists, became much focused on the miserable people, but forgot the happy people who also need to be happier. So that's another negative thing that came out after discovering this psychology as a science. In addition to that, according to this video, the new era of psychology, what is positive psychology? Positive psychology should be concerned with strength as with weaknesses, and where someone really concentrates and understand what he or she is good at and what he is not good at, not in a way to discourage yourself or to disqualify yourself, but in such a way to know what you need to improve on and turn those weaknesses into strength. And positive psychology should be interested in building the best things in life as in repairing the worst. This is much related to the strengths and weaknesses, but it also includes some other external factors which might not be personal. Maybe these are not your personal strength or your personal weaknesses, but these are your surroundings, opportunities and threats. So positive psychology also goes in hand with focusing much on the positive opportunities around you, and also look at something which is not good around you and think of the way you can repair those worst things and turn them into opportunities. This is all about what positive psychology really is. And as concerned, it should be concerned with making the lives of normal people fulfilling and with nurturing high talent as with healing pathology. So this is also related with giving value to your personal talents and know what you should do to improve them. This is also completing what I have said with knowing, understanding your strengths and your weaknesses. Also, you should know about what are your talents and what can you do with those talents to really improve your life, your normal life. So this is also about having a positive psychology. It's to know and understand your talents and know what you should do with those talents to make your life much better. So this is also something about positive psychology. So the science of psychology, according to the new era of positive psychology, this video, I have learned that the science of psychology has proven that the happiest people are there, and they are not the happiest because maybe they have more opportunities than others, not because they have a greater job, not because they look much better than others, but it's just because they are extremely social. So these people are the happiest, not because they have nothing more compared to others, but just because they are extremely social, and this makes them become more happier than others. Also, according to this video, I have also learned about the 3 types of happy lives, and these 3 types include: first, there is the pleasant life, and the second type is the good life, and the third type is meaningful life. And what are those? How do they differ to each other? Those types of different types of life. First, the pleasant life. In the pleasant life, you have positive feelings. You feel positive, and you've got the skills to maintain and amplify these positive feelings. So this is what is the pleasant life. And but this type of life also have some drawbacks, and those shortcomings are: first, if you have these positive feelings, they're not always there, and sometimes they change, and that's why these people also have a tendency or a capability to amplify these positive feelings. But it sounds like they're not always there. Like sometimes they can change anytime, so which is something not really good about it. And about the good life, there is pleasure. To the person who have good life, there is pleasure, and there is understanding your talents, understanding your strength, and know what you should do with your strength, with what you're good at, understanding your weaknesses or your worst parts of lives, and understand what you can do to repair them or to improve them. And then it's all about identifying your strength, self-awareness and self-confidence, and being able to think that you can do everything with understanding yourself, what you do that, and what you need to improve on. So this is all about the good life. So you understand good life is all about understanding your inner person, self-awareness, and know what you're good at, what your talents are, and how you can how you can use them to make yourself happy and good, feel good. Something about the meaningful life, it's also knowing your strength, understanding your strength. But something unique about this meaningful life is that you also have a positive surrounding, positive institutions. You surround yourself with people who motivate you, who show you that you can do it, and also having this feeling that this strong self-confidence that you can do something larger than you, and believe in yourself that you can do something larger than you and achieve some great things. So this is all about the meaningful life, and all how to combine these. How to combine these 3 different types of life. You need to understand that first, you should create a beautiful day for yourself, and make a gratitude visit people, thank people who have done some good things to you. Know how to thank them, and when you thank them, this time you also make yourself feel good. So this is another technique to also make your life a happy life, and that's something good. Also, you should know your strength, understand your strength, understand your weaknesses, not in a way to discourage yourself, but to know what you should improve on, and also have fun. I have also learned from this video that philanthropy or being generous or helping others creates more happiness and create some positive feelings inside you, which is I have also learned from this video that philanthropy or being generous, helping others creates more happiness and create some positive feelings inside you, which is something really interesting. Then about the secret video, what I've learned is this video was talking about the attraction force we have, the law of attraction, which applies to every human being, that everything that happens to us is due to the attraction we have, and it was mentioning that we have the capability to attract everything. If you have some positive feelings, if you are feeling good, you are attracting some good things to happen in the future. And if you have some you are not feeling good, you are attracting some negative things to happen in the future. So which is something very interesting, because I have also learned that it has proven scientifically that affirmative thoughts are 100 times more powerful than negative thoughts, because when you are thinking positively, you can do everything, you can get everything you want, which is very interesting. And also it is up to you, it's up to us to choose our thoughts. However, also in the video they have said that science has proven that a human being has over 60,000 thoughts a day, and which is really very difficult to manage, or to know which one you can choose and which one you cannot. But something good about it is that we have feelings which determine which thoughts are more more dominant in us. And with those feelings, that's when we feel good. That when we are feeling good, it means we have positive thoughts, and that means we are attracting good things in the future, or good things to happen in our lives. And when we are feeling bad, that means that we are most likely that we have the negative thoughts are more dominant in us, and we are most likely that we are attracting some bad things or negative things in our future or in our lives. So that's what the secret was mostly mentioning. And according to Proctor, one of the presenters who also shared some ideas in the secret video, he said that everything that comes into our life is due to attraction. So that means we have the power to attract everything we want. So for me, to make when I compare the two videos, I have got that the first video, the new era of positive psychology, was more scientifically proven because it has more scientific results after discovering this psychology. For example, they have said that 14 disorders which are not curable are now treatable. That's a scientific fact. Also, they have said that some treatments were also discovered, taxonomy as a science and many other science treatments, and many other ways to treat mental illness were discovered, which is really another convincing scientific fact. They have also said, they have shared several scientific results which are more convincing than the ones in the secret. In the secret, only the two scientific facts were shared. The first, about 60,000 thoughts which come to every human being a day, and another one which is about the affirmative thoughts being more powerful than negative thoughts. Only those were two facts which were given in the secret video. So that's why I found out that the new era of positive psychology video was more convincing, was more scientifically convincing and proven than the secret video. When I can reflect back on how I personally manage stress, or how I become able to manage my work and come up with positive results, is that especially here at school, we most of the time have a lot of duties, many things to do, and they all have many assignments, and they all have the deadlines which are very close to each other, and then it sometimes becomes hectic to manage, and it's like it becomes somehow too much to someone to manage. So when I think of them in a positive way, and I have this self-confidence, and I say I will do it, I'll be able to manage and submit all assignments on time, I become able to manage them. But if I have at the beginning, I make myself like I feel that I will not be able to manage, think repeatedly that it is too much work, I can't manage, I can't meet the deadlines, I cannot make the deadlines, and I cannot complete the assignments, and it becomes more hard for me to work on those tasks because I don't enjoy them. So another thing which helps me to complete them and come up with positive results is when I think of the positive outcomes after completing my tasks appropriately. When I think of the skills I'm getting from the assignments, when I'm thinking of some positive results out of what I'm doing, I become more motivated, and I become able to manage all of them appropriately and complete them on time and work on them very effectively. So that's how I manage my stress, and this helps me to do not have stress, because when I have a positive mindset, I become able to manage everything effectively. So thank you very much for your kind attention. Thank you.